The Lumix GH5 by Panasonic is a camera that was released in 2017, and 5 years after today, it's still a massive powerhouse. I'm going to tell you in this video why I think this camera is still relevant, the reasons why I still choose it, and why I cannot really let it go after 5 years. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel one more time. My name is Andros Stern, and today I wanted to show you, as I said before, the reasons why I think this camera is still relevant. After 5 years of being manufactured and launched into the market, it still holds its value. It's absolutely incredible. But just let me tell you the reasons why I think I personally cannot let this camera go. IBIS, inboard image stabilization, it's insane. Pretty much you can use this camera without any gimbal. You can of course notice there's a little bit of jittery bumping and stuff if you're walking with it, but just activating it and using it, it just works. The image stabilization is so good that you can even adapt it to the lens that you're using it with. You know, it depends on which focal length you're going to use in the camera, and this can save you some money if you cannot afford a gimbal. Let's go to the next feature, which is filming in 5K. Filming in 5K 5 years ago was just simply crazy. It's a quality of video that I have never used. You guys there probably can tell me in the comments below if you've used 5K. It's something that you want to brag about while talking about your camera. In order for you to get to this 5K feature, you need to go to the menu and then navigate towards anamorphic here, and when you press on it, you will see that the one on the very top, it shows 6K and it's in reality 5K. There's a lot of technical things here to explain, but I think it's best if you show a video from this guy called Miles. He explains everything in detail. It's really interesting how you can squeeze out the best of the quality you can have in a GH5. Files will be absolutely heavy, but you will get the best of the best. Another feature, you can record in 4K 60 frames per second. This is something that I personally haven't used because of file size matters. And when you have to edit the footage, this consumes a lot of power from your machine. You have to have a powerful machine for that. Having 4K 60 frames per second is insane for a camera that is 5 years old. Another feature that I love about this camera is the customizable buttons. You can assign plenty of functions. There are 5 buttons which can be function assigned, and they're very easy to customize. And on top of that, you have this wheel here with C1, C2 and C3, which are also customizable options for shooting. So you have these kind of shortcuts to access while you're filming. Just to, for example, if you have a certain frame rate in which you like to shoot, it goes straight to that when accessing it. It's just fantastic. Another feature that I use a lot, and it's something that pretty much saves my life, is the focus picking. This is pretty much, you know, the little colors and ants, as I call them when I'm asking my friends to film for me, that tells you when something is in focus. You can set this focus pick to be different colors if you want to you set it out. The reason why I use this focus picking is because I shoot manual. I don't have any native lens by Lumix or Leica that can be used in auto mode. So that means that I cannot use the autofocus. I only rely on focus picking. And this is super important because, as you can see in the videos that I filmed throughout all these years, I had to nail focus. Yeah, pretty much incredible. And I'm really happy that I have this. It has 2 different intensities that you can set out as well.
Okay, just a small remark regarding the Micro Four Thirds lenses that I said I don't have. I actually have 2. One of them is the Camelon 50mm f1.1, which is insane. And the other one that I have is the Samyang 135mm, is a Cine lens, so it's T2.2. It's beautiful, it's a huge lens, you see the construction. To be honest, I don't think I'm using these 2 lenses too much. I think the main reason is because I'm using the Nikon Z5, but it's always good to keep them because you never know when you will need them.
Next reason why I think this camera is amazing and still valuable in 2022 is the amount of lenses that I could adapt to it throughout all these years. So thanks to the adapters and everything, you know, you can convert pretty much every old lens into something new to use in your camera and your productions, and you can go around and shoot. I think it's a great opportunity for you to use something that in principle was going to be discontinued or not used anymore, and now it comes back to life. So this is, to me, something spectacular. I mean, to me it's like magic. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. Another reason why I think this is a great camera still today is that you can control it through your app. You can just connect it to the app and do remote shooting. You can also see your pictures from your phone or your tablet. It's both for Android and Apple or iOS. It's really easy to use. It looks a little bit old, to be honest, but I think you can still use it. I had a couple issues to manage to connect it, but I found out that the only thing you need to do is just connect both your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and also GPS. That's the way you make it to work. Next reason why I think this is a great camera still today, it's here. And it's the dual SD slots. You have 2 slots to put your SD cards, which for cameras today is still something not being offered. Can you believe that? To me, it's really important because you can assign the slot 1 to save pictures and the slot number 2 to save video. Or you can use the slot 2 to be a backup, so you don't lose anything. If you're filming, if you're just recording, it's always good to have a backup of your projects, of your videos, in case that slot 1 fails, you have slot 2. Another feature that I love about the GH5 is the variable frame rate. This allows you to shoot in different speeds and of course shoot these amazing slow motions that you might have seen in my videos before. It's easy to customize, it's easy to choose and select it through the functions that you can assign to the buttons. In my case, I assign it to one of the function buttons here, and it's always great to have it as an easy access because not only you don't want to miss any particular scene or something that you're shooting, but also it would be great to have it in slow motion to see it later on your computer or on YouTube. And if you want to buy it new, you will find it for around $1,300, $1,400 US. I'm not sure if Panasonic is going to release the GH6. They said that they would release it 2021, but they didn't. So now I'd like to talk about it in a more personal level, okay? It's something like intimate. I'm kidding. Like once you go out, oh shit. When I go out with this camera, I feel like I'm capable of doing amazing stuff. It's practical, it's easy to use, it's not really heavy, it's quite ergonomic. It doesn't heat, it never failed, to be honest. I never had any issues with it. The menus are great. Once you know the functions, it's very easy to navigate. But most of all, it's the feeling that inside you have so many ingredients to cook something great. At this point, to me, it's like a, I don't know, it's like a good old friend. You know, I cannot just let it go. And it's funny, but I sort of developed some kind of affection to it. So those are the reasons why I think this camera is still relevant today, and it's not going anywhere, staying here with me. I really appreciate if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't. I have 140 subscribers right now and I'm super happy about it, and it's all thanks to you. I don't want to speak anymore, it's too much. My throat is already feeling dry. I'll see you in the next video, okay? Thank you so much. Mwah.